It's a city where anything can happen. So what could go wrong or right as I hit up LA Unscripted from the famous Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in Hollywood. LA's most popular landmarks are back in business, including the iconic Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in Hollywood. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devitt and I'm just hanging out with some of my very famous besties here. And did you know this is the only spot where you can see all your famous celebs in one place? Isn't that right, Hallie? Brad is ready to see you now that the Wax Museum is open and ready to welcome in tourists and Angelinos to safely hang out with the stars. What do you think, Brad? You wanna have a little cocktail? No? Okay, ghost it again.
My name is Ed Bell and I'm the General Manager here at Madame Tussauds Hollywood. We're the world's greatest wax museum, so it's been going for nearly 250 years with attractions in many different locations. So in LA here on Hollywood Boulevard, we're right next to the Chinese Theatre. We tell the history of the movies in particular. So not only are our A-list room and the story of the modern stars, but also we go right back and tell the golden age stories, the glamour stories from Hollywood. You can meet some stars from the past as well. You get some of my favourites, including Gone with the Wind and Dorothy in her red slippers from The Wizard of Oz. So yeah, it goes all the way back through the history of Hollywood to modern day glamour. So we're always doing more. We're always adding new figures. We're bringing new celebrities into the fold. We're doing new kind of creative things with the set. So some of our stuff in the last year or two has been focused on some more kind of pop icon, Instagrammable, fun sets. But nevertheless, our core here is amazing wax figures, celebrities that come in, get involved with us, and we create their likeness in a way that no others do. We've got 5 figures lined up, and in every case, we've got the celebrity kind of involved in the process. So they typically come along to our studio or one of our locations where our studio artists meet them. They take over 200 measurements. It's a very involved and detailed process. A lot of the time they'll be donating outfits that the wax figure will wear, and they're helping with that creative process, selecting the look and the feel, so that it's a real collaboration between the celebrity and ourselves. It not only makes for a better experience for the guest because the figure looks more lifelike, you can tell it's got their character built into it, but it also, when people look at us, they know that we're the real deal and we're the ones that, have got that great relationship with a lot of these fantastic stars. This is our wonderful Jimmy Kimmel wax figure. Yeah, so just prior to our lockdown closure, we had Jimmy Kimmel launch here. We obviously got Jimmy involved in the process. He sat for us, met with our studio artists. He also dedicated a lot of his time to not only, selecting his outfit and getting the look right that he wanted, and it actually crescendoed with him taking the wax figure onto his show and created a fantastic, hilarious little segment where he was scaring his cousin. But also creating some special content that goes into the Jimmy Kimmel experience here, which is a little interactive that's normally open, where people can kind of sit and pretend that they're on the show with Jimmy Kimmel, and then they can take that home as a fun social media clip. Yeah, so we do allow people to get up and close with the wax figures, because at the moment we're just saying keep a little bit of distance. Celebrities need their space as well, but we are still fully accessible. There's no red ropes here. We want you to come up and feel like you're, meeting your favourite star and getting in their sets.
I mean, even her toes look amazing. And by the way, did you know that Beyonce's mom made Destiny's Child's costumes in the beginning of Bey's career? Well, now, in this Trends with Benefits, this lady is the coolest. Mimi G had over 2 million downloads for her mask tutorial, and now she wants to get you stitching too. All the single ladies, all the single.
Hi guys, my name is Mimi G. I am the founder of MimiGStyle.com, Sew It Academy, which is an online sewing and design school, and co-owner of Melanated Fabrics.
I loved
the pattern so much that I thought I'd do a sew along for you. Let's get started. MimiGStyle.com is a blog. I share a lot of DIY tutorials and just our sort of DIY looks that I create here in my home studio. When the whole pandemic started happening, you know, this large audience that I've grown on social media was messaging me like, Mimi, please do a mask. I recorded a YouTube video. I made a quick mask. I posted the mask, 2 million views later, overnight. They were calling me the woman who masked America, which was ridiculous. It became very popular. I started Sew It Academy, which is an online fashion sewing design school. Everything is done online. It's the only place where you can go and learn to sew literally from like the beginning, and then you learn sort of progressively with every course. You don't have to know anything about sewing. You don't even have to have seen a sewing machine. I walk you literally through everything, and every course builds on the next. I've had a lot of aha moments. I initially started sewing again as therapy. I come from a difficult background, and sewing for me was always a place where I could go and feel better about everything that was going on and sort of zen out. So I just started to share what I love to do. I started to sort of take runway looks that I could not afford and showing people how to make them using commercial sewing patterns. When you come from that background and then you sort of sit and you realize that you've built, you know, a multi-million-dollar empire from a hobby, you cannot help but to want to share that, because I want people to understand that if I can do this coming from my background, anybody really can.
Okay, so get sewing, all of you LA Unscripters, and send us a pic of your creations and tag LA Unscripted. We can't wait to see your fab designs. And speaking of fabulous, coming up, Dolly all day, plus a new workout that let's just say is ballsy. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Is reopening again, and that means there are absolutely no more excuses to not work on your fitness. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devitt, and we are hanging out here at Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. And today I'm getting some inspiration from J-Lo here and this workout that promises better balance and a better butt. Although I think she's doing just fine. But look at this.
So PFOP is really rooted in the idea that in order to look and feel your best, that you need to work with your body, not against it. With our movement in particular, it's going to be very three-dimensional and multi-planar, which means we're going to move forward, back, side to side, rotationally, just like you would in real life. And with these different gravitational forces, especially our resistance equipment, it's going to really strengthen and tap into your joint support and overall strength in your muscles. We're about the long game. And no matter if you're in your 20s or in your 50s, this method is accessible to anyone and everyone.
If you look at TikTok and Instagram, it's all about the butt, right?
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of really focused toning in the butt area. Is that something that you guys work on?
Absolutely. We always got your glutes covered here.
Let's go big or go home.
Yes. Just put up a pair of pants.
There's so many jokes, and I'm being such a good girl.
So I'm going to take you through some of my favorite moves using our P-ball for the glutes.
Okay.
So our home base, you're going to have your feet tight under your hips.
Okay.
And then right away, you should be feeling the ball between your
Oh, I feel the ball between my legs.
And then come all the way back up and squeeze the ball between your inner thighs.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow, I feel way my inner thighs. Got it.
So we're gonna step your foot out a little bit wider into the strap of the ball. Pull the band across your chest from your mid-back.
P-ball, I feel so strong. Okay, so this is the old ball and chain.
You're gonna take it and you're gonna attach it to your right ankle.
Okay.
We're gonna drive back to our step back catch.
Okay.
And then you're gonna reach your arm, squeeze, and then pull back, feeling your bicep.
And your shoulder.
Yes, perfect. So I'm gonna take you down to the mat. Now we're gonna try that hydrant here. So you're gonna lift your leg up, hold and catch, and then squeeze your ball in as hard as you can.
Wow, okay.
So tap your foot out laterally to the side.
Okay.
Squeeze through your inner thighs.
Oh yeah.
Other side, tap.
God, your inner thighs are gonna be like so strong.
So there's just a few of my favorite glute exercises.
Dude, I feel like they're like wood. Like they're so strong. This is great. This is so good. This is one of the most unique workouts I've done in a long time. I love it. I love it. It's so effective.
Thank you. Well, you did amazing. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. I'll take it from you. Thank you. That was intense. So intense, I think I'm actually going to do this Jason Derulo move. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But I do want to show you Carrie Underwood over here. Look how cute she is and how realistic. And look at her legs. Nice legs, Carrie. And speaking of blonde bombshell country stars, Olivia De Bortoli shows us this mural in Costa Mesa where you can get your Dolly fix all day long. You're so cute.
Strut is a brand new queer bar that was opened late September 2019. We were open 6 months before the pandemic kicked in. It's a beautiful club. The interior is gorgeous. It's lots of fun. It's an adult playground. We get as many girls as we get gays, so it's a good time.
Let's get into Dolly Parton. She is such an icon. Why did you want to put a mural of her on the side of your building?
We pride ourselves on our interior, like it's very social media friendly and light. You can be photographed against any surface, but while we're closed, what do, right? So I'm like, how do I put that kind of experience on the outside of the building? So I knew I would have to have some kind of mural, but like not just a bunch of colors and whatever. Like it had to be a strategic point of reference and of the moment. And Dolly Parton was definitely of the moment right now. People love her from the far right all the way to the far left and everything in between, and that's a rare find. She's female, she has a very broad spectrum, she's a humanitarian, but she's also an artist. Like her songs are ingrained in our culture. Can't find a better subject.
I think people just kind of feel like they know me. I feel more like a family relative than a celebrity. I think they just kind of think, oh, Dolly's come home.
Tell me about the inspiration behind the piece that you did and how you painted it.
I looked at images of her throughout time. Her face is around the time when she was 30. Her body was from one of the last performances she did. She's going like this. So it is this goddess, like there's a halo around her head, there's light rays shooting out from those glorious hands with those giant nails. I wanted it to have a pinch of like a storybook kind of look, just a pinch, because there's doves on either side of her holding scrolls that say her name, there's huge blooming flowers, there's butterflies. So the whole hope was really to be happy and joyous.
What do you hope people feel when they come to Strut and see this big mural?
It's hard to even describe it at this point. You have to, she's so big. Dolly Parton, you can see her all day, and then she's lit up at night. You get to, have a glimpse of some joy at any hour of the day.
Dolly has won so many awards for her music. She's a humanitarian, an entrepreneur, and did you know she has an IQ of 145? Who doesn't? Coming up, I was dared to mask up and learn how to fence. Don't miss my master moves. Coming up next. Welcome back. Okay, hey Uma, did you not know that masks are required? Well, here, you can have mine, because for this next dare, I got my own mask when I suited up for a Dana Dare to learn how to go fencing. Look how good she looks. On guard.
Hey, I'm Carolyn at Silver Lake Fencing, and Dana, I dare you to a duel. We started teaching fencing in Silver Lake in 2014, so it offered kids in this neighborhood an opportunity to learn how to sword fight as a part of their exercise, and has a lot of benefits like agility, coordination, and just a great after-school activity. The sport of fencing, United States Fencing Association, has definitely grown in popularity. I started when I was around in the 7th grade, and there was a YMCA camp over the summer, and I just watched The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan fencing in it, and I was like, hey, I could do that too. I just loved it, and it was very empowering, and I just couldn't get enough of it.
Here?
Yep, Terry, so you can go straight.
Are you seeing more women and more girls taking fencing now than before?
Yes, I think me being a woman coach and a woman self-owned fencing business, I've definitely been able to empower a lot more girls to take fencing here. Put both arms in like a straight jacket. Fencing is a great workout because you're stretching out your body, you're working on your form.
So like that, and then whoop.
Then when you get into the actual bouting, the average woman will burn like 450 calories an hour. The joke I like to say during the pandemic is fencing is truly the best COVID sport because you wear a mask, you wear a glove, and you have to stay 6 feet apart or you're gonna get stabbed. 3,
Woo!
2, 1. Data, I think you're ready for a duel.
I'm ready?
I think you're ready. So I'm bringing in one of my finest students. Are you ready?
No.
My name is Hunter Molden. I'm 11 years old and I'm learning how to fence at Silver Lake Fencing.
Hunter is a special student of mine who just started fencing during the pandemic. He had no prior experience before.
Yeah, I'm very lucky that I found something to do during quarantine. I like the footwork and stabbing people with my fake sword. Well, it is kind of being your own superhero because you control how you want to use your blade.
Oh, he got me! I've worked out quite a bit in today's show. I feel I can go a few rounds with Rocky, right? By the way, my abs look just like this. Now though, I want to get away from it all. So Rich has the deets on renting a boat. Na-na-na!
Spring break means a chance to get outside, safely of course.
Everyone's in a good mood on the water, you can't go wrong.
What is it about the water that's just so relaxing? I could stay here all day. Do we have it for all day?
Which is why Landon Martin of Baywatch Boat Charters is gearing up.
You feel the breeze on your face, and it's just very refreshing. That's what everyone says. You know, they get to take their mask off if they like, since it's just with their private group.
So what type of boat are we getting on today? And tell me about the name, California Baywatch Boat Charters.
One of our main boats is, it was an ex-Baywatch boat actually from Los Angeles. And so we bought that boat at auction directly from LA County. And so it was one of the Baywatch rescue boats, a very iconic boat of Southern California.
Now, is this the toughest part, getting out of here, or what?
It used to be tough, not anymore though, but yes.
Martin typically takes passengers on 2-hour relaxing trips around the bay.
Since all of our trips are private, and of course they're outdoors, and we sanitize in between trips, we've been very busy.
Some of his customers find him through a website called getmyboat.com.
They can request certain times, exactly what they'd like to do for how many hours, and they can, it's a great platform for us to reach customers and for customers to find boats, because sometimes it's tough.
The most popular boats on our platform are definitely going to be your pontoons, modest power boats.
Landon recommends looking for captains that are U.S. Coast Guard licensed, along with 5-star reviews, for an experience that will sail you away.
Guests really do have a great time.
I'm Rich DeMuro, LA Unscripted.
Speaking of wise guys, are you wise enough to know what to do in case of a rideshare fender bender? Before you hop into your next Uber or Lyft, double tap this advice from our sponsor who reigns supreme. So first question, name 3 queens.
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth, Queen Mary Scott, and Catherine.
Queen Latifah.
Okay, and then one more.
Queen, dang, what's that?
We're gonna say Queen Yasmin.
I'm Yasmin Javadian, and I'm a personal injury attorney. We've seen with COVID lockdowns being over that more people are enjoying rideshare like Uber and Lyft.
So what happens if you are in a Lyft or Uber and you get into an accident? You get into an accident in a rideshare like Uber or Lyft. Who do you call first? A, Uber or Lyft, B, the police, or C, an attorney?
The police.
Call the popo.
The police, right?
You've been in an accident with that.
Yeah, I called the police. Yeah.
You were in an accident in Uber and you called the police?
Yep, and then I did everything else.
Lyft and Uber cases are different from your cookie cutter car accident case. They have different rules, they have different procedures, and it's really important to hire an experienced rideshare accident attorney for those cases, and I have had plenty of experience. Actually, most of my cases are Lyft or Uber cases, so I've had plenty of success and experience with rideshare cases. There are a lot of personal injury attorneys out there. Everywhere we look, there's plenty of them. But I think what's most important when focusing on picking an injury attorney is a proven track record of success. I've recovered over $1 billion on behalf of my clients. I've been named a Women of Influence by the Business Journal, Super Lawyer twice, and also I truly care about the client. So a lot of people are intimidated when trying to hire an attorney because they think it's going to cost a fortune, and that's not how we work. We only work on a contingency fee basis, which means no fee, no win, no fee guarantee. I'm Queen Yasmin. I become friends with my clients. It's not a formal relationship. Of course, I'm going to have my client's back. Of course, I'm going to make sure my client's compensated for his or her injuries. But once a client comes into my office, they become like our family.
All right, thank you so much for going off script with us and enjoying a Hollywood tour at Madame Tussauds. Where will we be next? You never know.